Welcome back to, welcome to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Football Show. We're live here from the Idle Hour Pub. We had a brief respite last week back at the studios. We're back here now in the friendly confines of the Idle Hour Pub. We're having some great meals out here. Come out and join us. We'd love to have you visit with us on Tuesday nights as we have these shows. Tonight we're going to talk about a lot about what's coming up next week. But, Coach, welcome back to the Idle Hour. We're going to reflect back a little bit to last week. We were supposed to play a game up at Averett, traveling up to Virginia. Had the guys ready to go, had everything planned, and the weather didn't cooperate.
Yeah, here we are not talking about a win or a loss either way. I mean, it was a crazy week. I went to Jennifer Claybrook, our AD, early in the week and said, we need to keep eyes on this thing. It was a tropical storm, and Coach Felton Huggins, who's our guest tonight, is from Louisiana, and I've coached in Louisiana.
He's seen a storm or two.
Yeah, and when you're talking about hurricanes, it's not something to play around with. And so, when it started up great, and I'm just sitting there every night, Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Fader's sitting there with me, and I'm like, this thing's building. Mm-hmm. This is not going to be good. And it wasn't one of those things where it was ever a question of could we play the game or not. We knew that we could. We were obviously going to get a lot of rain and a lot of wind.
You only practiced that as well, trying to get ready for that.
And the big worry was just getting home, with it being an 8-hour trip and us basically having to drive through the heart of the storm. Mm-hmm. The concern of traveling 85 young men and coaching staff and support staff on the buses through that, it just, it's one of these things that really wasn't worth it.
Sure. Well, of course, the safety of the kids is so important. I know that there was some suggestions, hey, well, y'all could just stay up here. But, putting all those guys up in a hotel for a couple of nights just wasn't an option either.
No, and we showed up Friday and we loaded the buses, and, my coaches did a good job of getting all the guys loaded and everything. And, of course, I'm sitting in the AD's office at noon, and we're supposed to leave at noon. And their president calls, and first she's like, well, we're just going to cancel it. And then it was back on, and then it was back off. It was just one of these things where you had seen a lot of teams in that area. Maryland changed their game. Ferrum and Greensboro, who are in our conference, changed their game to Friday, which in hindsight, had we done that a little bit earlier, probably would have been the right choice. We could have played on Thursday night or Friday night. But unfortunately, the host school gets to make that decision. And it was going to be their homecoming. And so it was one of these things where they were trying to wait it out. And it just, it really caught up on them. And I think, their president made the right call in saying, hey, we're worried about your safety going back, and it was just the right call to make.
Taking care of those guys is so important. We'll take a break real quick. We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more about the game not played, and we'll look forward to the games that are going to be played. Right now, you're joining us here live from the Idle Hour Pub. It's the Matt Mumme Air Raid Football Show on Eagle Sports.
Right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff, and then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff, and you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com.
I don't know about you ladies, but I love to keep my car clean. The only problem is my schedule. I just don't have time to wash it myself. But I have found the place to go. The LaGrange Car Wash on Vernon Street in LaGrange. They have great prices, and I always feel comfortable there. They do an amazing job. And if that's not enough to get you to give them a try, they also get you in and out in no time. LaGrange Car Wash on Vernon Street in LaGrange. Open 8:30 to 6, Monday through Saturday. Just look for the giant gorilla at the LaGrange Car Wash.
Where can you be a star athlete and a math superstar? Where can you prepare for graduate school or your dream job and make friends for the journey? Where can you challenge your mind and inspire your soul? Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
Don't you buy got no ugly shirt now.
That's right. To get a good-looking shirt just got a lot easier at Mud Creek Graphics because the creek has risen to downtown LaGrange across from Ideal Cleaners. Mud Creek Graphics' new location is perfect for you to come in and pick out your good-looking shirt and have whatever you want printed on it. So go with the flow and come visit us at Mud Creek Graphics, 211 Greenville Street in LaGrange, right behind CVS. Don't forget to like us on Facebook at Mud Creek Graphics.
Now back to the Matt Mumme Air Raid with Jack Mormon and LaGrange College head coach Matt Mumme.
We're sitting here talking football. In the breaks, we don't just talk LaGrange College football. We're talking about Miami Dolphins and all kinds of stuff going on. But we do appreciate you joining us for the Matt Mumme Air Raid football show. We're talking a little about the game not played as we did not travel up to Averett. But, Coach, one of the things that a lot of people have asked me about, I haven't been sure, are we going to be able to make up this game since it was a conference game?
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see. Coach Adams and I talked late Friday night, after it all went down and we didn't get to go. These guys pay a lot of money to go to school and to play football at the Division III level. And so Coach Adams is a great guy, and I respect the heck out of him. And so what we decided was, look, I said, Coach, you could go 6-0. We could go 6-0 here in the conference, and if we win it, then we win it outright, and we'll probably go to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. If either one of us were to take a few losses, then why not try and the first week of the playoffs, maybe have like a Thursday night game, or go up there on Saturday and just have a game. Because technically the rules in Division III are whatever team makes the playoffs from that conference, you can actually still practice and actually scrimmage until that team is knocked out of the playoffs. So I think it's going to fall within that rule. We're still working on checking all that stuff, but I think it's going to fall within the rule book that we can go up there and play it.
Well, I know those guys would love to get on the field and make up that game. Because like you say, when you're playing Division III football, you're just passionate about football.
Right, and these guys get, they only get 10 opportunities to do this, and I think it's sad. I wish we played a few more games, kind of like the big boys do, and these guys work hard year round to get on the field, and just to do it, 9 times would be unfortunate. So we're definitely going to try and make that game up and play 10 games.
There's not a neutral field in the middle y'all could get to.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit.
Y'all travel up 2.5.
Well, we talked about that going forward. We actually talked about maybe trying to play Monday night, which would have been last night.
Dun, 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 dun.
But this weather just, South Carolina University shut down, and, you look at a lot of the flooding that's been going on. I was watching it when I was walking out of the house. I mean, they're talking about record. There was so much flooding in that area that it could wipe out the drought that California's had in like a day. So
they'd love to have some of that over there on the other coast. Well, Coach, you brought us a guest tonight. Coach Felton Huggins is joining us. He's your passing game coordinator, works with the wide receivers. This is his third year, if I'm not – is that right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Third year with the team. And you come out of Louisiana.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, kind of let the folks know about your background a little bit. Who brought you to LaGrange College?
All right. So after I finished playing football, I played in the NFL for 5 or 6 years.
And who'd you play with?
I played for Coach Mumme. I played for Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Did NFL Europe. And so after I got out of playing football, I wanted to get into coaching. So I reached out to Coach Goff, my receiver coach, and Coach Mumme. And it was between those two. And Coach Mumme was like, well, I got a job at LaGrange coming to OC. And he was like, I need a guy that knows the offense. I need a guy to come in with me. So I was like, well, Coach, just let me know I'm there.
Right.
And so as soon as he got the job, he got me there, and the rest was history. So.
Well, I tell you what, you've had some great guys to work with as well since you stepped into that role. We've talked about Griffin Raleigh and some of the other guys that you work with, but you've got a great stable of receivers this year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got the good thing about this is I got a chance to bring back my top 3 receivers from last year. Urban Zoji, Josh Hardrick, and Marcellus Jackson. Those guys right there, they've been with me since we've been here at the beginning. So, I mean, they know me and I know them. They know my good sides. I know their good and bad. So, I mean, we just kind of work good together. A lot of times now I don't really even have to tell them. They know when they make mistakes, and that's the good thing. They know when they come to me, Coach, they come to me, I messed that up, Coach.
Right.
It's no problem. I say, well, let's get it right next time. But the good thing about those guys is their experience. They've been around a while, and all the younger guys can kind of feed off those guys. And they can kind of, bring them up kind of because they had nobody to look after.
Oh, sure.
When they first got here, it was just them. So they just had to learn off me. And
seems
now,
like Griffin was a transfer coming in.
Griffin was a transfer. So, I mean, they all were just kind of learning each other. Now it's those 3. They've been here for the good and the bad. And I mean, it's just good things on the horizon for those guys. I mean, we're gonna throw it around, and we like to have those guys around, and they can show the younger guys how it's supposed to be run, how it's supposed to be done in the air raid.
We're going to take a quick break, come back. We'll talk more with Coach Huggins, look ahead to the homecoming game coming up this week. But right now, you're listening to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Football Show on Eagle Sports.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Welcome to Racetrack.
I am a very important food critic.
Are you here to review our chef's fresh sandwiches?
Yes, and they better be good. I have shut restaurants down with a single unfavorable tweet. Fresh turkey. Ripe tomato.
Tasty, right?
I'm the critic. I'll tell you if it's tasty. Oh, it's tasty. Hit me again, as they say.
Racetrack's fresh and delicious lunch. Restaurant quality, Racetrack convenience.
Atlanta's own Racetrack.
Good cheer, good friends can be found at Idle Hour Pub, located at 124 Bull Street, downtown LaGrange. Idle Hour Pub has been a part of our community in LaGrange since 1980, making sure you have a fun, safe place to meet with friends and enjoy an authentic Irish pub. So make your way to Idle Hour Pub and enjoy a great meal, a relaxing beverage, and great people. So like Idle Hour Pub on Facebook or come join us at 124 Bull Street in downtown LaGrange.
Where can you be encouraged to make your own discoveries? Where can you be challenged to achieve the impossible by professors who know you by name? Our graduates have earned Emmy and Grammy nominations, successfully negotiated major business deals, and been inspired to teach and serve where they're needed most. Experience a transforming education at LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
You're listening to the Matt Mumme Air Raid with Jack Mormon and LaGrange College head coach Matt Mumme.
Welcome back to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Football Show. And we're here with Coach Felton Huggins, who works with the as the passing game coordinator and also works with our wide receivers. We're talking about kind of the big three and Marcellus and Irvins and Josh. But Coach, you've got a lot of young guys that are coming along, and a lot of guys that are getting an opportunity to catch the ball.
Right. One of probably the most impressive young guys we got right now is probably Marcus Campbell. Came from Athens, Georgia. Kind of flew under the radar, but he played both ways, cornerback and receiver. But he has real good speed, can catch the ball. It's been surprising. He's caught the ball every game, and we hadn't designed a play for him, but he just goes in there and make a play.
Great hands.
Great hands. I mean, we're looking for big things for him going on in the future. Maybe one more other guy is Josh King. I mean, I don't know how we got him. He's a big kid. He's about 6'1", 205 pounds, real physical. Not a burner, but, I mean, he's real strong, can kind of knock guys off of him. So those two guys right there are two guys that I look forward to for the future and what we have in store with them.
Coach Mumme and I have been talking a lot about the running game, how important it is to have that established to be able to make the passing game work. But something I've noticed in your wide receivers, they do a good job stalk blocking down the field.
Oh, yeah. And Coach Mumme kind of teased me because when I played, I didn't block as much, but his dad told me my job was to go catch passes. But I kind of see the different roles, but now I have to really instill that in the guys, and they do a real good job. I mean, last year, and I kind of show them off last year, I mean, we knocked a lot of guys around. And I told them, I mean, that just helps you, DBs fear you more. If they know you're going to block them and you're going to run by them, I mean, they got a lot of stuff to worry about. So, I mean, if you do your part, I mean, you'll be able to get guys and beat them. And, so we make sure we got to take care of that too, because running backs block for us in the passing game, so we got to block for them in the run game.
Shut down wide receivers instead of shut down cornerbacks.
Yes,
that's what we got.
Yes,
well, you know, guys, we got a big game coming up this week. It's homecoming here. We're going to kind of let it roll. We got the Rolling Stones tribute band coming up to the big Panther Palooza downtown. But y'all got a big ball game. Homecoming is an important time. A lot of people here, a lot of alumni. They'll be there in the stands, and you got a Greensboro team that's coming in that they're looking for a win in the conference as well.
They are too, and that we went up there last year and felt like we were the better team and jumped out to a huge early lead and we relaxed, and we let them back in it, and they came back and they beat us by 2 last year. So, again, we got to play every week, and this is our first conference game where everybody else has played 1 or 2 games already now. So, going into Saturday's game, we will have been off 3 weeks. So it's been it's really been a crazy season for us so far, and Coach Bill Young does a tremendous job with Greensboro, and they look good when they get off the bus. They're a pretty looking bunch, and they're going to fly around and they're going to get after it. And so we got to be ready. But it is our homecoming week. We got a lot of great things going on, and if anybody's listening out there, we just love to get a great crowd in there Saturday night and come and shout and cheer our guys, or say Saturday night, Saturday afternoon,
2 o'clock start,
and cheer our guys on.
And we'll kind of walk through some of those things in just a second. Actually, we'll go ahead and take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk about all the different activities going on, because it is going to be Panther Palooza in downtown LaGrange and all through the weekend at LaGrange College. Right now, you're listening to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Football Show right here on Eagle Sports.
When you choose a dentist, you want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com.
I don't know about you ladies, but I love to keep my car clean. The only problem is my schedule. I just don't have time to wash it myself. But I have found the place to go. The LaGrange Car Wash on Vernon Street in LaGrange. They have great prices, and I always feel comfortable there. They do an amazing job. And if that's not enough to get you to give them a try, they also get you in and out in no time. LaGrange Car Wash on Vernon Street in LaGrange. Open 8:30 to 6, Monday through Saturday. Just look for the giant gorilla at the LaGrange Car Wash.
Welcome to Racetrack.
I am a very important food critic.
Are you here to review our chef's fresh sandwiches?
Yes, and they better be good. I have shut restaurants down with a single unfavorable tweet. Fresh turkey. Ripe tomato.
Tasty, right?
I'm the critic. I'll tell you if it's tasty. Oh, it's tasty. Hit me again, as they say.
Racetrack's fresh and delicious lunch. Restaurant quality, Racetrack convenience.
Atlanta's own Racetrack.
Mention LaGrange College and the word 1 pops up a lot. Like the student-faculty ratio is 11 to 1. That means plenty of one-on-one time with professors. Our students work for number 1 companies, earn Emmy and Grammy nominations, and they give back to their communities, which is wonderful. We are LaGrange College, one of the South's most affordable, highly ranked institutions. One visit, and you'll see why. lagrange.edu/journey.
Now back to the Matt Mumme Air Raid with Jack Mormon and LaGrange College head coach Matt Mumme.
Welcome back to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Football Show. Jack Mormon, Coach Matt Mumme. We're also joined by Felton Huggins, the passing game coordinator. We're talking about the ball games coming up this weekend. The ball game coming up this weekend. Of course, it is a big game. Let's talk a little bit more about Greensboro. We talked about they got some big guys that kind of impress you as they walk off the bus, but kind of business as usual from the LaGrange College side. Still going to air it out quite a bit as usual.
Yeah, I mean, and they're going to throw it a little bit too. So, there'll be an aerial attack on both sides, obviously. But, Coach Chambers is doing some great things on that side of the ball. And I liked what he told our team yesterday. And, being that, this coming Saturday we'll have been off for 3 weeks. He got in there and said, guys, we just need to stay hungry, and we got to be hungry to play and hungry to get out there on the field and get going, because everybody else is going, already played, and so we're a week behind now. But they're going to be a good ball club. They're going to come in here and they're going to give it all they got, and so hopefully we can get out on the right foot and get after them.
I've been so impressed with the running game being added in a little bit more, and you got some guys that are getting after it from the running back position.
Yeah, and like I've said in other shows, is where we changed our scheme in the running game too, and I think it's a little more catered to what we do in the passing game too. And so the young running backs, of course Sequoia Humes is finally back in in the mix, and so we're expecting big things out of him this weekend. But some of these young guys, Nick Searcy, Drew Lewinsky, who's from Alabama, has really done a tremendous job for us.
He's not a big guy. He's quick.
No, Nick and Drew are they're both smaller guys. They're not very tall, but I tell you what, they really can stick their toe in the ground and change direction when they need to. And both of them are smart football players, and that's one of the things that we really this year when we recruited, we really looked for guys that had high GPAs and high test scores, and so when they're on the football field, they make good decisions.
Smart guys are better than to work with, and of course linemen are the smartest guys on the field. Just as a former lineman, and I'm getting an amen from some of the coaches over there. Well, let's talk about a few of the activities going on this weekend. We talked a little about this Friday, the big event downtown. That's Pantherpalooza. That's going to be from 6 to 9:30. We mentioned the U.S. Stones. They're a Rolling Stones tribute band. They'll be right here on Bull Street. That's going to be a really exciting thing. That's sponsored by the Alumni Association and the Downtown Development Authority. So actually, you could come here, hang out at the Idle Hour Pub, and hang out there and watch the music, and lots of other vendors going on. There'll be some chairs and tables out there. You got people signing up. You got Mighty Joe's Pizza is going to be out there helping out. Cakes by Debbie. Just a lot of activities. I think they're going to have of course, Pounce of the Panthers going to be here. That's going to be a really exciting night downtown.
And I know we got a lot of players coming back. John Harris, who played for us last year, is actually in counseling school up in Chicago, is on a plane right now to come down, and he'll be back. So we'll have a lot of ex-football players, and talking to Dan and the staff here at the pub, I think the band's going to run out on the street till 9:30, and then they're going to have a band here at the pub.
Awesome.
So I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a huge night. There'll be a lot of guys catching up with each other and having a good time. Of course, we won't be enjoying that. We'll be getting ready for the game on Saturday. But I'm glad that it sounds like we're going to have a great homecoming. Just another note, one of the big things that we did this year, I kind of talked about this summer, was giving our guys a night during homecoming week where we have a bonfire and really hone in on homecoming. And so my hat's off to the school. We've got a bonfire Thursday night at 8 o'clock, so we welcome everybody to come out for that.
Where's that going to take place?
It's going to happen by National, which is going to be behind the intramural fields.
Okay.
At 8 o'clock on Thursday night, so we'll have the whole football team there. I think the soccer teams are going to be there because it's a big Saturday.
They play at noon on Saturday.
Both soccer teams are paying. I'm not sure if I'm corrected if volleyball's playing also.
Volleyball's on Thursday.
I think it's again, it's just a big sports week and weekend for homecoming. It's going to be great. So hopefully we'll all come out with wins.
Well, as a former theater major at the college, Chicago opens this weekend as well. That's a big musical they've been working on up there. So that'll be going on Thursday night and of course Friday night as well. Let's take one more break. When we come back, we'll wrap things up from the Idle Hour Pub. You're listening to the Matt Mumme Air Raid Football Show on Eagle Sports.
Everywhere you look on your campus, some event is happening, and that's the way you want it. But keeping your active campus clean and looking its best isn't easy. Nonetheless, National makes it look easy. Low staff turnover and a commitment to excellence allow National to ensure your campus from top to bottom, inside and out, is always perfect and spotless. Parents and students alike give us a 4.0, and we settle for nothing less. You'll like having National on the job.
Visit us at teamnational.com to see what National can do for you.
Students at LaGrange College travel to places like London, Tokyo, and the jungles of Costa Rica through our Study Away commitment. First-year freshmen are provided a voucher worth up to $2,500 for an off-campus travel experience their junior or senior year. Attend college close to home and still see the world at LaGrange College. Learn more at lagrange.edu/transform.
I don't know about you ladies, but I love to keep my car clean. The only problem is my schedule. I just don't have time to wash it myself. But I have found the place to go. The LaGrange Car Wash on Vernon Street in LaGrange. They have great prices, and I always feel comfortable there. They do an amazing job. And if that's not enough to get you to give them a try, they also get you in and out in no time. LaGrange Car Wash on Vernon Street in LaGrange. Open 8:30 to 6, Monday through Saturday. Just look for the giant gorilla at the LaGrange Car Wash.
When you choose a dentist, you want to know that you made the right decision. So where do you start? Go to BellDentalCenter.com. That's the right way to begin to know Dr. Bell and his staff. And then drop in at 106 Corporate Plaza Drive in LaGrange and visit with the staff. And you'll know that this is the right place for you and your family. Bell Dental Center offers comprehensive dentistry with an emphasis on aesthetics, restorative treatments, mini dental implants, root canal therapy, sedation dentistry, as well as Botox and Juvederm treatments. Bell Dental Center. Visit their website at BellDentalCenter.com.
You're listening to the Matt Mumme Air Raid with Jack Mormon and LaGrange College head coach Matt Mumme.
All right, the crowd just got their food. That's what they're applauding over there. They're really excited about the pizza that's come in. But we are here at the Idle Hour Pub, and we appreciate you joining us tonight for the Matt Mumme Air Raid Football Show. We've been joined by Coach Felton Huggins, who works with our wide receivers. And Coach Mumme, we got just a few moments there left as we get ready to close things out again. Big weekend with homecoming, the bonfire Thursday night. Tell the folks again where they need to be and what time.
Yeah, 8 o'clock behind the intramural fields off Forest Street. I think it's going to go for about an hour, hour and a half. And, again, we'll have the whole football team. Everybody's going to be there.
Is the band going to be there?
Band will be there. Right. So Josh will have the band fired up and ready to roll. So we're excited.
That'll be a lot of fun for that event that's going to take place. And then, of course, the Friday they've got the big Panther Palooza taking place downtown. But really, the main event as we move into Saturday, we've got soccer games at noon right across the street from the stadium. But 2 o'clock is the game. Gates are going to open at 1. You need to go ahead and get there. Buy season tickets if you can, because we got several more ball games to go. It also helps to support the team, and that's a great way to kind of add a little bit extra help, especially if you're an alumni at LaGrange College. Yeah, and like I said, these guys work so hard, and we try as a coaching staff to give them everything we can and make it as close to a D1 environment as we can. But the big thing is just if people can put their butts in the stands and come cheer these kids on, it'd be great. Well, it'll be a lot of fun. And if you haven't been to Callaway Stadium, if you're listening to us from on the web or you're far off, remember that we are now on what used to be the visitor side, and that's where the home side is. So it'll be a great venue, expecting some pretty good weather. No rain in the forecast right now.
It should be beautiful. I think like 80 degrees, so we're excited. It's
going to be a gorgeous day. Of course, now the Homecoming King, I've been railing against that, but we'll have the name of the Homecoming King, Homecoming Queen. Of course, a lot of the great organizations will be involved in that. But it's just going to be a great day for LaGrange College, and we invite everybody to be out. Well, that's going to be about do it for us here at the Matt Mumme Air Raid Football Show. We appreciate you joining us from the Idle Hour Pub. We'll join you next week again. We'll be talking about hopefully a big win as we take on Greensboro this Saturday. For Coach Huggins, for Coach Mumme, I'm Jack Moore, and we'll see you next week on the radio.